okay, what it comes down to, like everything that's happening, the network, the whole concept, the global network concept, building the social communities and leveraging them in all these new unique ways, all that, the root of it, and I think it's important to talk about that now is the root of all of it is improve the U.S. economy. I have a business model for the entire country, a new way for the United States to do business domestically and internationally, and the root of it has to do with the idea-based economy. And the idea-based economy is an idea that has existed for a long time amongst economists, and you could Google it, idea-based economy. But the root of the idea, the root of the concept of the idea-based economy is that I can take my thoughts, my ambitions, my individuality, my uniqueness, and I can turn them into an exchangeable commodity, right? So everything that I've been doing, like working with the kids and the viral videos and creating the communities and the networks, was really creating a demonstration model on how these ideas could be integrated into society and to be expanded around the world, right? And so that's the idea, you know. I mean, it's saying that we have to build a society, a community of people that look at creating ideas and utilizing manufacturing in China, utilizing technical outsourcing in India, in Russia, different places, right? Why is that important? Because businesses are shrinking. People talk about the economy and Obama and Bush and all that type of stuff. The economy is different because companies are outsourcing globally now. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally taking 80% of their business infrastructure and sending it to India and sending it to China and setting up offices, you know, around the world just to cut expenses so they can have more profit. You know what I mean? And so the point is that it doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter, you know, I mean, of course it matters, but I'm saying the president cannot solve this issue. Government cannot solve this issue. It has to be a grassroots movement of a new understanding on how to do business, right? So supporting me, supporting what I'm doing, supporting the network that I'm creating isn't just about, oh, wow, here's another way to become a billionaire. You know, here's another way to be at the right place, you know, at the right time and be able to make an impact. No, that's not what it is. I'm saying that I need network, I need broadcasting so I could communicate the idea of this new economy to literally millions of people, you know, tens of millions of people. And those tens of millions of people will integrate that into their life. Now, what are my examples of this? That's why jerking is significant, because jerking was taking things that the kids were already into, but being able to give them language and articulation and understanding that allowed them, many of them, to turn themselves into brands. Because remember, we're talking about kids. They turned themselves into brands, and some even took it a step further and created business models, and some even went further and actually had a lot of success. But the bottom line is millions upon millions of kids around the world gave themselves names and their friends concepts, and it was all based off of this inspiration from these visuals that were created through the movement. Now, the skinny jeans movement is another example. That movement was about individuality, right? More so than like technology. It was more about individuality in using technology in a way where jerking was more about promotion and brand and this. But the skinny jeans movement was the social sentiment behind that idea, which allowed, because not everybody wanted to dance, sing, and rap, but some people believed in the individuality. That was a skinny jeans movement. But I was able to articulate that through shows and media and videos and those types of things. So now we want to take this idea that you can become a brand, that you can create a network, that you can take your ideas and thoughts and passions and monetize them through this network. You can raise capital, private capital, public capital, through having this base asset. This goes for a kid who's grown up in the worst environments, and this goes for a kid who's grown up in the best environments, because it's not about that anymore. It's about what can you contribute to this new creation. So that's what this is about. This is about improving the U.S. economy. I have a game plan. So if you hear me call myself a genius, it's not about me looking for, put it this way, even on a spiritual level, when I become a billionaire, it's not going to make my life happier. Once like say 72% of the rest of the world knows these ideas that I'm talking about, of being, because this is another element too with the networks. The networks bring world peace. Because what does networks do on a communal level? It teaches people to have to value themselves. It teaches people how to have to value other people. And it teaches people to engage other people, to build relationships. Not just because, oh, people want to make money, but because it's social capital. It's living. Imagine spreading that around the world. There's no more need for war. There's no need for battling because everyone's interconnected. Everyone sees each other's value. These ideas of terrorism, these other ideas, there will be no need for those things because there's networks to fulfill whatever you need. If you need food, okay, we'll get it to you. If you're frustrated, we'll get it to you. If you lack information, if you're getting the wrong information, you'll have access to more information. So helping me is promoting an idea that could potentially play a big role in world peace. This idea for sure improves the U.S. economy, and it takes America's competitive advantage to a level that, like, put it this way, in order for these, it doesn't matter what these other countries do that are becoming like superpowers, because their people are still scared of their governments. They don't have democracy in the way that we have it, you know? So in order to compete with America, you have to have a society where people love each other. You have to have a society where people care and they're connected and they're creative and they feel free and they feel validated. That's what we're creating. So supporting me, supporting this idea is not about any self-grandizement or needing some pat on the back. It's like, there's no happiness there. Look at entertainers. They have a lot of pats on their back. Are they happy? A lot of them aren't. Most of them aren't. So going forward, let's think about how to support the ideas I'm promoting, because we want to see an America that is 1,000 years ahead of the rest of the world.